right, here we are, and we are live. Welcome. Today is Wednesday, May 8th, and welcome to Coffee with Markus. We have a great show ahead of us because today we're going to talk about what's happening in the markets. Of course, I will show you the stocks that I'm trading right now. I also want to show you a little bit about trading discipline, of how can you control yourself from moving your stop loss, because this is one of the questions that I got the other day. So if everything is going right here, we are live on Facebook and on the YouTubes. And I just want to quickly check if that is really the case. Hey Connie, so good to see you. If you can hear me and see me, whether you are on YouTube or on Facebook, type in a quick yes and say hi. All right, fantastic. So May 8th, what's happening today? Before we get started, if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Markus Heitkoetter, and I show people how to generate an income by trading stocks and options. Because if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And you know what? Trading can be simple, and I will prove it to you. Let's talk about what happened in the markets today. Today, pretty much all indices are flat. Let's switch over to the chart so that you see what is happening. So Dow Jones just up 2 points for today, so not a whole lot. NASDAQ up 0.3%. So what is happening here? Well, as you know, this week thus far, the China trade war has been in the focus. On Sunday or Monday early morning before the markets opened, this is when Trump tweeted, this was Monday here, right, that the trade talks are not going well and there will be tariffs. And this is where on Monday morning the markets opened sharply lower but then bounced back. Yesterday, everything got a little bit more serious and traders got worried. So yesterday, the Dow was plummeting 500 points. Today, we see it's a little bit of a roller coaster, right? Because tweets and statements were going back and forth. So this morning, China said, well, dear US, if you will implement these tariffs, we will retaliate. And then there was another tweet from Trump that says, well, the Chinese negotiators just informed the White House that they are coming to the US to make a deal on trade. And market participants thought, yeah, this sounds good. And then President Trump followed up with, we'll see. This is where right now, in the close here, we went down. But you see, this is the point. Who cares? I mean, because here's the deal. I mean, obviously, yes, we care about what's happening with China and with the US, but for you as a trader, it shouldn't really matter. Because, let me give you some news. The markets are either going up, or they're going down, or the markets are just going sideways. As a trader, you need to have a strategy that you can participate from the markets no matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter who the president is or who the next president will be or whether Brexit is happening or there's a China trade war or, I don't know, a trade war with Canada and Mexico. It doesn't matter. Now, let me show you the stocks that I'm trading right now. And hey, today was a great day. All of the stocks in my portfolio are in the green. And of course, this is what we like. So I will show you in a moment how exactly I do this. But let's talk about the stocks that I'm trading here right now. So I'm going to go back to the one-day chart. And here's where you see this is what happened for the Dow for the year thus far. Right now, going a little bit lower here. But again, who cares? Let me show you what I'm trading. OLN is one of the stocks that I have. And this is here where I already took profits. I'm betting with this stock OLN on a falling market. And yes, you can bet on a falling market as easily as you can on a rising market. So here, as you can see, everything is in green. I entered at 23.04. Right now, this stock is trading at 20.70. So beautiful, nicely going down. My profit target is actually at $19.69. So we're getting very close to full profit. Already achieved my first profit target at 22.02. So already took some profits, and this is always nice. So another stock that I have in my portfolio is VSTO. VSTO, and you see with VSTO, I think the two of us are parting ways here tomorrow. And here's why. One of the indicators right now is telling me that this stock here is no longer going up. What I want to see is that all three indicators are nicely pointing up. Now, VSTO is one of these the stocks where I took profits already, so this was a free trade. So at this point, I have been making money on VSTO, and tomorrow morning, it is time to say goodbye to VSTO. So another stock that I have in my portfolio, SLCA, and again here with SLCA, I'm betting on a falling market. The first profit target was at 14.28, so I was able to take profits a few days ago already, and it is nicely going down. So perfect, can't complain here at all, right? I entered at $15.70, right now trading at $13.37. So yeehaw. So today I entered a new position. Today the stock that I liked was HRI. HRI also to the downside. So I entered here at 41.93. Right now we're at 41.69. So I am already in the green on this stock here. My first profit target is at 37.51. So you see I put this little line on there, and then the longer profit target is at 16.09 all the way down there. Now you might be wondering, how do I find these stocks? And in order to do this, I'm using my software that is called PowerX Optimizer. And I just want to quickly log in. The beautiful thing is you can access it from any browser. So HRI is one of the things that came up today. So first of all, I like to use 3 indicators that help me to time my entries. And then I'm using a sophisticated scanner here that shows me the stocks that have at least 60% RI, so that I make at least 60% a year, and a few other criteria. And if you're interested and would like to know of what exactly I do, want to know my trading strategy, go to mytradingroutine.com. Let me just show this to you. This is a website that I set up for you where I have a quick video that shows you exactly how I trade step by step. So it's a 35-minute video, and it also shows you how I am using the software. And if you're interested and would like to know more about the software, as you can see right here, it says schedule a demo. You can schedule a demo with Rachel or Paul, who will be happy to walk you through the software and show you exactly what it does and see if this is something that you might be interested in. And if so, then good for you. We will hook you up. Okay, good. So thus far, has this been helpful? Are you having a great day? Oh my gosh, today here in Austin, this morning, the world was coming to an end. It was storming like crazy. I even lost power for a few minutes, and with power, of course, I also lost internet. But you see, the way how I trade, it doesn't matter. Because all you need is a few minutes at night to find the best stocks to trade, and after this, it's all set it and forget it. So in a moment, we're going to talk about trading and how you can control yourself from moving your stop loss. But first, let's talk about something else. So you want to be a millionaire? Great! That's awesome! You see, millionaires and billionaires think differently. And today we are going to talk about a millionaire habit, and this is millionaire habit number 4, better skills equal more money. So let's get started. You see, there's one thing that you can do that will help you to make more money. Acquiring better skills. Let me explain. The other day I talked to my son Julius, and I asked him, Julius, I'm curious, what do teenagers do these days to make some money? Because I remember in the very beginning, when I was still going to school, I was working at McDonald's. And here's what my son said. He said, most of my friends work at Firehouse Subs, you know, where you can get the sandwiches. And he says, and they make $8.25 an hour. 8.25, right? And I guess that's the minimum wage. And you see, the compensation is appropriate for that skill level, because After all, how much skill do you need to slap together a sandwich? Not much, right? You can probably learn how to do this in 30 minutes or less. Now let's take another extreme. You know Tim Cook, right? I mean, Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. And last year in 2018, he made a little more than $15 million. Now, I assume that Tim Cook is probably a busy dude. So I would say he's maybe working 60 hours per week, right? And maybe 52 weeks per year. So I did a little bit of magic math, and this means that he is making $5,000 per hour. So what's the difference? Why does one person earn $20,000 per year and the other person is earning $15 million per year? You see, the difference is skill. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, he's responsible for a company that makes $265 billion per year. By the way, if you're sometimes confused with the numbers, 265 billion is 265,000 million. So I guess it's okay if he's making $15 million when he's responsible for making 265,000 million, right? Wow, you get dizzy from all these numbers. But on the other hand, my son's friend is responsible for putting together a sandwich. So we already know one factor that is influencing how much you make, and that is your skill. However, there's a little bit more to it. You know that you need better skills, and your skill has to be useful. As an example, it's great if you can say the alphabet backwards, but this will probably not earn you more money. And it's great if you can assemble a firehouse sub sandwich with your eyes closed, right? But it won't you earn any more money. And it doesn't matter how difficult you think your skill is. As an example, it's great if you can solve one of these Rubik's Cubes, right, in 17 seconds. I bet that's difficult, but it's useless. By the way, do you know anybody with a useless skill? Leave a comment right now. Leave a comment and let me know, what do you know that somebody can do is an absolutely useless skill? I'm just curious. But let's continue. So we talked about making more money. And we talked about that you need to have a skill and you need to have a useful skill. And you see, there's a huge difference between knowledge and a skill. Yes, some people go to college and get a business degree or even an MBA. So in theory, they know how to run a business. But until you actually run a business and grow it, you don't have a skill. You only have knowledge. Now, knowledge is good, but it's useless until you turn it into a skill. So let's talk about trading for a second. Yes, I'm sure that there's many people who know that you should buy low and sell high, right? And I'm sure that they know some techniques on how to do it. But until you actually apply this knowledge and successfully grow a trading account, the knowledge is useless. But once you have the skill to actually buy low and sell high, you will make money, right? Okay, so let's recap. If you want to make more money, you need to have better skills, and your skills need to be useful. So how do you get better skills? Here is the quickest way. Hire a mentor. If you want to know how to make money with real estate, hire somebody who's making millions with real estate and ask him to mentor you. And if you want to know how to make money with trading, hire somebody who's a successful trader and ask him to mentor you. Yes, of course, you will have to invest some money. And yes, with a mentor, you acquire the skill that you need to make money in record time. Is this making sense? Leave a comment below and let me know if this is helpful. And as always, if you know somebody who might like this video, please feel free to share this video with them. All right, so in a moment, I'm going to take a look at all your comments and I love it that all these comments are coming in. And as you know, towards the end of the show, I'll look at it. But right now, I first want to go back to trading. Because recently I received a question. You see, of course, you need a trading strategy if you want to trade successfully. But you also need to have the discipline to follow that strategy. And today, we're going to talk about a question that I received last week. And the question is, how can I control myself from moving my stop loss? So, let's get started. When trading, you need a trading strategy that tells you exactly what to trade, when to enter, and when to exit. And there's two ways to exit. One is with a profit and the other one with a loss, right? In order to control your losses, you need to use a stop order, a stop loss, right? I personally know exactly when to exit even before I enter a trade. And for limiting a loss, I like to use a stop loss. And a few days ago, somebody asked in one of my live shows, how can I control myself from moving my stop loss? And I assume that this trader meant that he was thinking about giving the trade a little bit more room. You know what I mean, right? You enter a trade and then the trade goes a little bit against you and you know that you should get out of a trade, but you don't do this because you hope that the trade will turn around. So this is probably what this trader who asked me, how can I control myself from moving my stop loss, was asking me, because it's very tempting at this point to move the stop a little bit lower to give the trade a little bit more room. And before we continue, have you ever done this? Have you ever given a trade more room? And how did that work out? Leave a comment below and let me know if you did this and how this worked for you. In the beginning of my trading career, I did it and it did not work at all. So right now, I want to show you 3 ways to help you to have the discipline to stick to your stop loss and take a loss if needed, because losses are part of our business as traders. So 3 ways. Number 1, you must have faith in your trading strategy. And in order to have faith in your trading strategy, you need to know that it is working, right? So you must know that this is a successful trading strategy. By the way, if you would like to have my trading strategy, go to mytradingroutine.com. It's a website that I set up for you, where you see exactly how I pick the right stocks and options to trade, when I enter and when I exit. You'll see exactly how I limit my losses. The key here is that I like to keep my losses small and my profits are larger than my losses. Because that's another important thing. When you have small losses, it is easier to swallow these losses because they are part of trading. So again, the 3 ways to help you to have more discipline to follow your trading strategy. Number 1, you must have faith in your trading strategy. Number 2, don't have a mental stop. You know what I mean? Some traders say, you know what? I'll get out of the trade if it goes against me, but they never put the order in the market. If you don't do this, it will be difficult to pull the trigger if the trade goes against you. My tip, put the order in the market. That's what I do. As soon as I'm getting filled, I'm placing the order for my profit target and the order for my stop loss in the market. This way, it's set it and forget it. And then, yes, you need to have the discipline to not touch the order. But this is where we talked about step number 1, right? Or the first way here, you gotta have faith in your trading strategy. Tip number 3, how you can make sure that you're not messing around with your stop loss is easy. Don't watch the markets. See, for example, the way how I like to swing trade is that I'm picking a stock or an option and I expect to be in this trade for 5 to 20 days. 5 to 20 days. So I don't need to check every 5 to 20 minutes. But I know that many traders are hooked. And of course, it's fascinating throughout the day to check your phone and check the quotes, right? And see how your trades are going. doing, but you see, this will be very tempting for you when you watch the market and you see that the market is getting close to your stop loss, to take your stop loss off. So tip number 3 here, don't watch the market. So quick summary, here are 3 tips to control yourself from moving your stop loss. Number 1, have faith in your trading strategy. And again, if you would like to have my trading strategy, go to mytradingroutine.com. There's a video, 35 minutes, that shows you exactly what to do. Tip number 2, don't have a mental stop. Put it in the market. And tip number 3, don't watch the market because it will drive you crazy. Once you have your stop loss in the market, there's only one way you should move it, and this is closer to your entry price, meaning that you reduce your risk while being in the trade. All right, was this helpful? Leave a comment below and let me know if this is helpful to you. And as always, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell so that you're getting notified whenever I post a new video. If you're watching this here on Facebook, please go to notifications on the top and you can select there, see notifications first. And there's probably also a little bell. This way you're being informed whenever I go live on Facebook and YouTube. And also you'll be informed whenever I post a new video. All right. I hope that you enjoyed watching this show as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And if you know anybody who might find this video helpful, please feel free to share it. Now, for those of you who are here live, I love all the interaction. Let's take a look at some of the comments here and see if I can help you. Connie, so good to see you. Hey, Naveed. And again, the reason why I'm looking to this side is there's the camera and here's my monitor. Holly, hey, so good to see you. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Marina, how are you? Paul, good to see you. Paul, are you still in the UK? I know that you were visiting family there, your dad, I believe. And Rika, good to see you here. Hey, Matt, how are you? Paul says PowerX Optimizer is awesome. Paul, are you making some good money right now? Okay. And let's see. So, Debbie, hey, from the East Coast, Debbie McLean Hazlitt, good to see you. Michael, so good to see you here. All right. Debbie's asking, how are the profit and stop loss targets calculated in the PowerX Analyzer using the ATR? Could this be a topic for a future video? It is actually fairly simple. You know what? I'm going to show this to you right now. So I'm going to switch over here to PowerX Analyzer, and I'm making this a little bit bigger. Hold on. Not now. I was pushing the wrong button. See, I should never push buttons here. So you see the profit target and the stop loss that PowerX Optimizer is suggesting for you based on the stock that you're trading. And it is based on the ADR, the average daily range. What you will notice is that usually the stop loss is at least 1 times the ADR or more. So what does it mean? What is the ADR? It means how much does a stock move from the high of the day to the low of the day on average. Now, a good rule of thumb, and if I want to show it to you here in HRI, a good rule of thumb is to use a ratio of 1 to 2. So you use a stop loss that is 1 time the ADR and a profit target that is 2 times the ADR. Because if you make more money on your winning trades than you lose on your losing trades, you will make money even if you're wrong half of the time. But here's the deal. I programmed PowerX Optimizer in such a way that it looks back for the stock over the past year and sees, you know what? Could I actually have gotten 3 times the ADR as a profit target? Or maybe 4 times the ADR. So it does run an optimization, hence the name PowerX Optimizer. And based on this, PowerX Optimizer has determined that for this particular stock that I'm trading right now, HRI, I can use a stop loss of 1.2 times the ADR and a profit target of 7.4 times. So this is here in an ideal scenario. And then I have my conservative exit where basically as soon as I see twice my stop loss, I'm taking profits off the table. And I have a video for you on this. This is already on YouTube. I'll see if I can find it and post it in the comments below. So Debbie, is this helpful? Is this just giving you a quick idea? Okay. All right, fantastic. Liz says, I know someone who makes a killer death by chocolate mousse pie, but it's a useless skill. Well, depends, right? I mean, if you're running a bakery, then it's probably a really super useful skill. Nicole, so good to see you here. Thomas is asking, do I trade binaries? Yes, I do. Yes, I do trade binary options, both directionally and with touch brackets, and this might be a story for a different video. Lorena, so good to see you here, very helpful. Paul says, for a stop loss, not an option. But would you recommend setting an alert for a stop loss to exit the option? Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll talk about this in another video, Paul, because it's a great, super useful comment here that yes, when you're trading the options, you should set an alert when the stock hits the stop loss, because then you want to get out of the option here. So very, very good. Okay, Connie says, we made good dollars today. Software is amazing. That's so good to hear. Fantastic. All right. Hey, Daisy, so good to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while. How have you been? And Debbie McLean Hazlitt says, thank you that this was helpful. All right. I really do appreciate all your comments. You see, this makes it really fun. And you can see I really enjoy making these shows for you. And I hope that you enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them for you. So today, that's it that I had for you today. Again, briefly recap, what did the markets do? Not a whole lot, because they were on a roller coaster ride between China and Trump saying different things. The stocks that I'm personally trading right now are all in the green, so I'm loving this. We then talked about acquiring a useful skill. This is how you make more money from just slapping a sandwich together, right, to running a multi-billion-dollar company. And then we also talked about 3 tips that I had for you on how to make sure that you actually stick to your trading plan and resist the temptation of moving your stop loss, or even worse, removing your stop loss. All right, have a great rest of the day, and I will be back with you tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take care, and bye-bye.